To call Motorbike a Trials clone would be an insult to every Boba Fett and Dolly the Sheep that's ever existed. Nearly every aspect of this PSN title, whether it's the awful track design or the litany of game-breaking bugs, acts as an affront to the very concept of fun. It's bad. It's real bad. If you're lucky enough to get past Motorbike's penchant for freezing on the title screen, your problems are far from over. It all starts with the game's awful physics engine. Like Trials, you're asked to overcome all manner of steep hills, massive jumps, and scattered barriers. But there's absolutely no logic or science to the way your motorcycle interacts with the game world. At best, your bike feels stiff and ambivalent to both your rider and the surface beneath it. At worst, you're sent rocketing into the sky for absolutely no reason, or sent tumbling into the oblivion below when the ground decides it would really prefer not to support your weight any longer. You never feel satisfied when you complete a track. You simply feel like you landed on the lucky side of those unpredictable physics. The vast majority of Motorbike's levels are a mangled train wreck of obstacles assembled without the slightest concern for what your rider is able to perform. Many tracks are simply broken outright. Combined with the wildly unpredictable physics, these tracks almost always devolve into an exercise in overcoming hair-pulling levels of frustration. To make matters even worse, the game taunts you with a handful of arbitrary checkpoints, showing you that it can do checkpoints while proceeding to forget about them for the bulk of the 80 standard tracks. It's the Bond villain of game design. It's in local co-op that Motorbike hits its absolute rock bottom. The idea is that the game will dynamically follow each player, splitting the screen when they get far enough apart, and merging when they're close together. But the game struggles with keeping track of each player's location, panning this way and that, while randomly swapping each player's side of the screen for no apparent reason. At various points, the camera will completely give up and focus on the empty abyss beneath the track for 5 seconds at a time, as if the pretend cameraman's arms got really tired, or he just spotted something shiny in the distance. As you've probably gathered by now, Motorbike is not the most handsome of games. Besides a visual design that features such inspired track themes as desert and mountain, you'll also be treated to a bland, hard rock background music and sound effects that more closely resemble a series of wet farts than revving engines. In no universe is this a game that comes even close to being worth the $15 price tag that Motorbike commands. There's no two ways about it. This is one of the worst games that will ever grace your PlayStation 3.